We're always told how important it is to get checked out at the doctors as soon as we see any worrying signs in our body. Well, our next story really highlights how important that is. Stefano Biagini from Whitstable was told his skin cancer was zero point 0.1 millimeters away from spreading to the rest of his body. Now he's doing his bit to raise awareness. He's taking part in Swimathon 2025 and will also be raising money for cancer charities as well. And I'm really pleased to say Stefano joins us this morning. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your story. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? So when did you first realise that something might be wrong?
Good morning, Anna. Thank you for having me on the show.
Pleasure.
So I took a shower and just felt what felt like a slight scratch on my back, really, nothing more than that. And then I ignored it, thinking maybe I just caught something during the day in my sports. But it didn't go away. So then I asked my partner to have a look, and she said, well, actually, there's a mole there. And I thought maybe I caught the mole. I didn't really think much of it. Until it didn't really go away. And at that point, I decided that it'd be worth a doctor to have a look at it because it had changed a little bit. And I'm really glad that I did do that. And if you can just indulge me a moment, please. And before I forget, I just wanted to put on record my thanks to all the medical team who have then been many who've been involved in my treatment, and also to my friends and family for supporting me. So I'd get that in before I miss that. Thank you.
Of course, no, not a problem at all. No, I mean, you need to, don't you? I mean, it sounds like it was basically very, very close. So, as I said, 0.1 millimeters away from spreading to the rest of your body. Tell us more.
Yeah, so I mean, some of that 0.1 meter is a little bit, conjecture. But the thing about these skin cancers is that if you catch them early, they are so eminently treatable. And so you have different stages of skin cancer. You have stage 0 where it's sitting on the skin and it really hasn't done anything. Mm-hmm. And then you have stages 1 to 2, which are what we call invasive. So they start to permeate and burrow into your epidermis. And then you can get, so I was very, very close to the stage 2, literally a fraction of a millimeter off. And this stage, you run the risk that that it hits your lymphatic system and they go into your lymph nodes, and from your lymph nodes, and they have a really good chance of spreading to other parts of your body, your liver, your lungs, and your brain. And so your chances of catching the melanoma and surviving it at stage 0 is virtually 100%. If it's spread to other parts of your body, then your odds are dramatically decreased. So it's one of those things that really you need to be sensible. If you have something that concerns you, don't leave it, and get a GP to have a look at it in the first instance.
Yeah, how did you feel when you realised that you had got to it in the nick of time?
So yes, I mean, it was a relief, and part of me thought, oh, I should have gone there even sooner. Definitely you think that we will have work to do, busy things, and especially because it was on my back, it wasn't somewhere that I could see. It's not something that's reminding you on a daily basis, and you think, oh yeah, I really should get that checked too. And I would say to your public who are listening that if it's perhaps an embarrassing part of your body, doctors don't care. Get that checked too. But you can also take pictures. You can crop sections out. If you do take pictures, put something like a coin next to it. It gives you an indication to the doctor of the size of it. So since I'm on here, the things to look out for, there's an ABCD of it. And cancer is an irregular growth, and these look like irregular moles. So most people who have moles are perfectly harmless. So I don't want your public to worry about, but they will be circular or oval. These moles are asymmetric. They have a rough edge. They won't be coloured properly, and they will be bigger than, say, the diameter of a pencil, or 5 or 6 millimeters. So any of those symptoms, or anything that is changed colour, shape, or size, or is irritating or discharging, then that's an indication that there could be something wrong. And as I also said, if you catch these early, I was given a prognosis initially of around about 90% chance I'd be around in 5 years. So that was pretty good odds. And if you let that go, then just sort of say your odds decrease very quickly. If it spreads to your lymphs, your down to perhaps, or parts of your body down to about 30% chance. So you can see how catching these early, it makes such a huge difference.
It really does, and it's so important to remind everybody. So, Stefano, as I understand it, you've had it cut out now. You're cancer free.
Yes. So what they do is they take an excision. They take quite a large area around it, probably a good inch. Thankfully, it was on my back, so somewhere that it was easy to treat.
Yeah.
And then when they diagnose that that is a melanoma, malignant melanoma, then they also do sentinel node biopsy. And they remove more of the skin area around there. So what they're trying to do is make sure that A, whether it's spread, and B, that they haven't missed any possible melanoma cells around the original site.
Good stuff. And now you are getting in the pool, aren't you, to raise awareness? You're doing Swimathon 2025, a huge, epic swimming challenge. How far will you be going?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm being told off a little bit. I'm going for a 2.5 kilometre. I thought that was sensible, but some of my friends are going further. They're doing 5 kilometre, and yeah, Swimathon it's a great event. It's fantastic that it's organised. You don't have to be a good swimmer. You really don't. I'm quite a mediocre swimmer, but if you're not sure about swimming, there's plenty of places that do lessons. Just go for it. There's people in my group who were walking along the seaside and realised they couldn't swim and literally walked into the swim pool and said, "There's someone that teaches," and here they are doing Swimathon as well with me. So it's a great event. It's a great sport to keep you active. I can't think of something better than swimming to promote your cardiovascular and your strength training, especially as you get older. And it's for a good cause. It's helping Cancer Research UK, which have improved their odds of living and surviving cancer. And it's for the Mary Curie Foundation. So it's a very good cause, this.
Well, listen, all power to you, and thank you so much for being here and sharing your story this morning. So important that we spread the word, raise awareness. And this, of course, goes for any kind of cancer. The sooner you catch it, the better your chances. Do not be embarrassed about anything, okay? Look, we all have bodies. It's something we've all got in common, funnily enough, and the doctors have seen it all before. So even if you're slightly worried, go and get it checked out. That's Simon Biagini. He's from Whitstable, and he was very close to that cancer spreading to the rest of the body, but as you've heard this morning, he caught it just in the nick of time. Right, it's the Wake Up Call with Anna on BBC Radio Kent. Thank you for your misquoted,